advisory and financial planning services are offered through Simplicity Wealth LLC and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. SEC registration does not constitute nor endorse of the firm, nor does it indicate that the advisor has attained a particular level of skill nor ability. Investing involves risk of loss. Insurance, consulting, and education services offered through Diamond Life Planning is a separate and unaffiliated entity from Simplicity Wealth. This information is provided as a general information and is not intended to be specific financial guidance. Before you make any decisions regarding your personal financial situation, you should consult a financial or tax professional to discuss your individual circumstances and objectives.
Welcome to the Rock My Finances show on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV, where we put the fun in finance. Join Powerhouse Jennifer Jose, CDFA, CMC, and Private Wealth Advisor, as she collaborates with you to create clarity, control, and confidence with your money, your way. It's not about the zeros, so what is it all about? Let's find out. Now here's your host and weekly friend, Jennifer Jose.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Rock My Finances. Today's kind of an interesting topic. Why women are about to control more money than ever before and what that means to you. So, first of all, why? No one's really talking about this, but women are receiving more money, but many still carry old beliefs about money. So this is why we're going to talk about this today. So we can have more money in our life, but we still feel unsure, overwhelmed, or even afraid to make decisions. So more money doesn't fix old relationships with money. It just amplifies it. So this is why we want to talk about it. Money is shifting into hands of women today, but the confidence is not automatically shifting with it. So there's several reasons why they're receiving more money than we ever have before. First of all, guess what, y'all? We live longer. Yes, we do. I say we talk the men to death because we have so many more words that we use. But yes, we're just outliving men, basically. So whether we plan it or we don't plan it, many women will eventually become the one managing everything. And a lot of them don't plan for it. So things, all different types of things can happen, but it's more than likely every woman in the country will be handling her own finances sometime in her life. Second reason, there's a massive wealth transfer happening right now. There's trillions of dollars being passed down, and a large portion is going to women. And that's from our baby boomers, from before our baby boomers. Like it's amazing. And third, women are earning more than we have ever before. Are we still have a paid gap? Yes, we do. But we're earning more than we ever have before. We're also, there's more college graduates. They're working more. We're starting businesses, we're building incomes, and we're creating our own wealth. Finally, we're getting on the bandwagon for this. And there's a lot of life transitions as well. Divorce, widowhood. I've done both, right? So I've handled my own money on both sides of that, where women go from shared responsibility to completely full responsibility around their money. And even inside relationships, women are becoming more involved. They're becoming more informed and often the primary decision maker. I can tell you as a financial advisor, a woman financial advisor, I have a lot of women that handle all their household's money, budget, retirement, investments, bill paying, everything. The husband just isn't into it, has either busy doing something else, or they just don't really like it. So the woman hires me because we want to have a sounding board, right? Women like to talk things out. And if their spouse is just not interested, then it's great to have a financial advisor to kick the tires with and to figure out what you're going to do next and to really go over your plan really, really well. Then I bring the husbands in a couple times a year and go over everything with them as well so that they know what's happening. And that's just natural. And even inside the relationships when we have this, it might even be men that are doing it all. But I still always say, you got to make sure if you're a woman, you have to know where the passwords are. You have to know how to bill pay. You have to know where retirement is. You have to know where the statements are. You should be educated on investments to a certain extent so that you know what's happening. This isn't a small shift that's happening right now in our country and what's happening. This is actually a complete change of financial power. Whoop, whoop. Come on, girls. We're getting into this now. So when we've become a widow, I have to handle everything now. Divorce, I never used to do this part. Now I have to do everything. As a business owner, now it's all on me, right? No one teaches you how to emotionally step into that role. So we are stepping into that role because it's thrusted upon us. Like life just happens. So we want to have our emotions catch up to what's happening in reality. And that's what I'm here for. We're going to talk about this. So sitting on cash and afraid to move it. So we just had a client come over and they have about $350,000 in cash. And they have about $1.5 million all invested everywhere. But that's a lot of cash. And it's in a retirement account. They're not going to use it for another 20 years at least. So they're just afraid because they don't know who to trust and what to do. So that's something that we can help with, right? Avoiding decisions. That's when you're not sure what to do. This is another reason why nothing happens. Over researching and never acting. I know that's you out there. I know it. I have been questioned so many times by so many people. We spend hours with people because we don't charge, at least I don't charge, for my first appointment, right? I do a seminar, do some education teaching, and then we have our first appointment and I give you a proposal and then we go from there. That's all complimentary because I want to see if we're a good fit. Not only am I checking you out, you're checking me out, I'm checking you out. I want my clients to be attentive to where they're going to show up at meetings. They're going to take my call, that they are going to make my time just as valuable as their time, and that they're going to respect their money and want their money to grow and become that goal, or to be able to accomplish whatever goal that they have. So on those first couple of appointments, we're checking each other out to see if we want to be a good fit or not. Because it's usually, pretty long time that you're together. So money without clarity does not create peace. It just creates more pressure. So when we get these great big lump sums or an inheritance from our family and we're not sure what to do with it, who to trust, it can bring a lot of pressure. And if you don't have any of your relationship stuff cleaned up from the past or your thoughts around money before that, then this is just going to create more pressure for you, more anxiety, more avoidance, not doing anything. When in actuality, it could be a lifeline to what your beach house that you've always wanted, or to retire early. I know a friend of mine, parents passed away and she ended up retiring 5 years earlier than she had planned on. I mean, and my first thing that I always do is, what are we going to do to respect your parents? Like, what are we going to do to tell them? And I always like to honor them, right? What do they favorite meal, or go on a favorite vacation, or buy a car, or whatever it might be, but to honor them and make sure that they have it. I have a client that built a whole garage on his property, and he put a plaque above the garage. Thanks, Dad. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was just like, to my dad, thank you so much. And that's amazing. I don't know if you all can hear my cat, but my cat's meowing. It's fine. She'll be fine. Okay. When women step into more money without support, I just see the same old patterns that they used before when they were either broke or betrayed and they didn't know what to do with it. They get a big lump sum of money, but it's not going to help them if they don't heal their relationship to money or heal any past betrayals as well. So I'll deal with it later, comes up, or just tell me what to do. I get that all the time. And that's great. You can come on in and I'm going to educate you until you're ready to make a decision. I had, since I'm a grief counselor and I've suffered trauma, I had a relationship with a funeral home. And so they would call me if widows would come in and they would be lost, right? They wouldn't even know what to do, how to pay for the funeral, what to do next. So I got a few calls to help some widows out, and they're emotionally distraught. And I walked up to this one gal and met her at the funeral home. I literally met her there because she was going to meet her husband's financial advisor that day, and she was scared to death to do that. So I went with her just as, a friend basically. And we went in and sat down, and he had packets of paper to open up new accounts. And they were like stapled together, but they were all rolled back to where you could only see the signature line available. And there was like 9 different packets there. And he just wanted her to sign all of those. And that was it. I was floored. I was so floored that people were doing things like that. First of all, she doesn't know anything. I said, how can you do that when you don't even know how much she needs on a monthly basis? You don't even know her risk tolerance or what, does she want to be conservative or more risky? Or you don't even know if she has enough money to live on for the rest of her life. How are you moving these things into different investments when you don't even know her at all? So we walked right out of there. I took care of her for sure, made sure that she was all good on her time. It took us actually quite some time to move the money. I think we sat in cash for at least a year, which is not a problem at all. Like grief is grief. Like you have to know what you're doing with your money. I made sure she had enough money. She got, the things that she needed to get, take care of her house, all of her bills were paid and everything. But that doesn't mean that you have to do anything right away, right? I hope that makes sense to you. So we also get the other hand of things that they have lots of money and they're just afraid. I had another one that walked into about $1.5 million and she lived on like $25,000 a year. And she had no idea what to do with this money. She had no idea. It just freaked her out. So she never did anything for months and months, probably about 8, 9, 10 months before we did anything. Then we just did something with like 300,000. And then of course the market goes down. So that was it. She's done investing now because I totally get it. But she didn't really need to invest into anything risky and in order to live her lifestyle that she was already living, right? So you don't want to play small either, even though you have great resources. So you don't have to rise into your money or you're going to fall back into old patterns. So number 1, we want to become aware. What is my current relationship with money? How do I feel about money? Do I feel wealthy? Do I feel broke? Do I feel avoidant? Do I feel just nervous? Am I tight gripped and not spending it? Does it make me just feel anxious when I have to spend it? Step number 2, ownership. Am I avoiding decisions or am I stepping into them? Like I always have everyone interview 3 financial advisors before you pick one. So are you interviewing 3 financial advisors? Is it easy for you to pick one? Someone that I always say, if you ask them a question, you understand the answer and it makes sense to you. That's your advisor because they're going to be with you good times, bad times, great times, amazing times, horrible times, and you need to be able to trust that person to be there with you. Number 3, small wins. Start making very small steps aligned with your decisions daily. I just talked about this in another episode too. So we want to make sure that you can maybe just, start learning how to transfer money or doing your bill pay online or start small. You don't have to get real big. Have several meetings with your advisors before you do anything. Make sure your financial advisor talks to your tax person because that's huge. We want to make sure you don't have a big capital gains tax or a real estate tax or anything that might be coming from an inheritance. You want to make sure all the tax is taken care of. Step number 4, speak up, ask questions, stay involved. I have a lot of people that just hate it. They hate it. And I promise you, they love it after I explain it to them. And just easy, simple steps and easy, simple terms. Everyone can understand it. And it's not difficult at all. So confidence is when you're built by knowing confidence isn't built by knowing everything, but it's built by just staying engaged and making small little steps. Easy, right? Easy. Okay, so I want to bring it back to empowerment. Women controlling more money is not just a statistic. It's actually a shift in power. And I want to say that this is my mission on this planet because I want every woman feeling worthy of wealth, regardless if she has it yet or not. I want every woman feeling worthy of wealth and making the decisions based on that. And I want every woman at every decision-making table in this country because we will shift the power dynamics. We will shift what happens in this country. I truly believe, I know this is crazy, but I truly believe that we can end poverty for our children, that we could end this horrible foster care system that we have now and not enough people taking care of the children that are alive and want to be adopted now. We can end domestic violence, at least shave it down a lot in my lifetime. With women in control over their wealth, we could literally just put out one little thing and say, we're not shopping here. Done. That company's done. If you don't start putting out healthier food for us, whatever it might be, we can control this country if we can just get all the women empowered and worthy of wealth. When it comes to us, we need to know that we have the control over it. We have to do our inner work first, make sure that we're aligned to our values. And even if we all have different type of values, we have, different political aspirations, socioeconomic aspirations, it's okay. We're still going to find women that we agree with, and even a few good men, right? Men as well. It just bodes well for women, because I've never met one woman yet that wasn't going to help someone else when she became wealthy. Every single woman was going to help someone else, another family, anything, a friend, someone ill. We just need that type of mentality in this country. It's about time, right? So power doesn't come from the money itself. It only comes from how you show up and handle the money. We need to be able to have that good relationship with money, allow the money to come in, and what we're going to do with it. It's actually kind of fun when you have a team of your money team. I call it your money team, which is going to be your tax person, your educational person, your financial advisor, your money coach, even investment. You can even have a separate investment person if you wanted to. You want to make sure you have real estate attorneys if you're going to buy property. You want to make sure that your trusts are all set up correctly if you're going to have lots of assets in your trust and be able to pass them on efficiently. And know that everything that is out there in the media is talking to people making less than $80,000 a year. The people that are making more than $80,000 a year, that's when you have the separate appointments with your financial advisors, your tax consultants, and you learn different strategies with that kind of money. So, ladies out there listening, and men, if you're dads, if you're husbands, if you're brothers, make sure the women in your life are educated around finances the right way. The right way. Okay, does that make sense? Again, the 5 reasons. Women are living longer. Yes, we do. Whether we plan it or not, many women will be in control of their money. Number 2, the great wealth transfer. Trillions of dollars is being passed down from older generations. Wives are getting it and daughters are getting it. This is the largest financial shift in history that we've ever seen. It's kind of an exciting time, right? More women are earning and building their own wealth, which is number 3. We're working, running, and earning more money, which is great. Number 4, we're getting money through life transitions, divorce, death, unfortunately. Or we're just choosing to staying financially independent. So number 5, we become the decision makers of the household. These are the 5 reasons why we have a really big shift happening right now, which is going to be really exciting to see what's going to be on the other side. This is our cultural shift. It's not about being single. Women are becoming the voice and the driver in their financial life. So that's why it's happening. It's not random. Women are about to control more money than they've ever seen this before. We're living longer, right? But this is what's not being taken into control. Our emotional readiness. Are you emotionally ready to step into a big lump sum, to a large amount of money? There's a confidence gap of, like I always talk about, the temperature. We have a temperature around money that we're used to. And when we make more than that or receive more than that, that's why all the lotto winners lose all their money, because their temperature isn't raised yet. They're not ready to step into that person of who they're being when they have all that money. So that's why in my money coaching, I always have everybody dream big and add zeros, because you never know where the money's going to come from. It's not our job to figure out where it's going to come from. And we want to make sure that we are ready when it comes. We want to be able to allow the wealth. It could be anything, an inheritance, it could a lawsuit, it could be a partner, there's just no telling. Money is coming from anywhere these days. You could find the next app or it's just crazy. The identity shift needs to happen. We need to become worthy of wealth. Every woman needs to feel worthy of wealth. I hope that makes sense. It needs to feel worthy of wealth. Typically, men are taught to take more risks with money. And women are often taught to be more careful with money because they only usually get to see what's happening in the day-to-day bills and not necessarily the retirement accounts and the savings accounts. So when women suddenly have more money, they're not feeling empowered. They're really just feeling that pressure and anxiety. So we need to walk through the fear of making the wrong decision, the fear of losing the money, the fear of being judged. Oh my gosh, that's a huge one, right? I know some friends of mine, they're well off and they do not want anyone to know that. Like they live so much differently than they could. They don't discuss it. They just don't want to be judged. They feel very, very like in a fishbowl. So we have to get over that. If you're being judged by your friends and your family, go get new ones. We don't have time for judgy Judies, right? We don't have time for that. I love to be able to see the wealth that can possibly be out there because that means that it's on your way to you, right? It's on your way to you. So a lot of people also think that I don't want to mess this up. So they're so afraid of it. I want you to know that it's not about the lack of intelligence. It's the lack of emotional safety around money. And you got to go check out my other episodes. Chapter 6, check out chapter 6, talks about it. This isn't about the financial shift. It's about the identity shift. I want you to go from being part of the decision to be, I am the decision maker. I want you to be able to step into that. I am the decision maker of the wealth that's coming to me. So I'm going to learn about this now. It's kind of like when you're 14 and you know you're going to get a car at 16, you start learning about cars and you start seeing what cars are out there, right? When you're ready to go buy a home, you start learning about what it's like about buying a home. Well, if we're going to step into wealth, which we have no idea how or when it's going to come, so just start stepping into a worthy woman of wealth. And your wisdom will come, your confidence will come. You're going to be so surprised how much money just falls into your lap when you don't even know where it's coming from or how it's coming from it. But when you step into that woman that is worthy of that big lump sum coming in, oh my gosh, it's so fun. There's lots of games we can play, like spending the $1,000 a day virtually in our head, right? And we can just tell the universe that we're ready, making sure that you never put your purse on the ground, your wallet on the ground, your money's always facing forward. It's always aligned. Your credit cards could even be aligned or alphabetized. You want to respect your money. You're telling the universe that you respect it, you adore it, you love it, and you want more. You want it to bring all your friends. I hope you've enjoyed today's show because, ladies, this is going to be a true shift. 10 years from now, you're going to go, I remember I heard that on that podcast, Rock My Finances, that women are stepping into more money than they ever have in our entire history. I want you to be able to walk into being a woman worthy of wealth and feel that every day, no matter what the zeros are on your bank account, because it's not about the zeros. It's about how you feel about the zeros. So do your inner work now, do your alignment now so that you can step into that money when it comes. Are you ready? I love it. I love it. Thank you all for being here. Really, thank you. Please check out all the other episodes. I hope they're life-changing for you as they were for me as well. I want you to be able to listen to my episodes, and I want you to all be able to walk away and say, I rock my finances.
We appreciate you joining us today, and don't forget to subscribe to the Rock My Finances YouTube channel for more engagement and bonus content. Tell me, what is your money story? Let's find out with Jennifer right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. It's not about the zero, it's about the F word, feelings. Feelings Jennifer can't wait to explore with you next week. Until then, let's all say, I rock my finances.